from the past, some things from the future and the present, and created Trajan Ender.
And when we get back from the break, we will continue on with the history of Trajan Ender with the remaining 3 or 4 years that he is going to continue to talk about. We have more to come on the Michael Titus Show right here on GoMileHigh.com.
Internet Sports Radio. GoMileHigh.com.
Go Mile High.
Whether you're a hardcore athlete in training or just looking to stay active, find the gym that fits your needs in the new Colorado Sports and Fitness Guide. We bring Colorado the best sports and fitness information from in and around the Denver metro area. Find gyms, CrossFit, sports performance and personal training, nutrition, and more in the new Colorado Sports and Fitness Guide. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter for daily updates and specials from our sports and fitness providers. ColoradoSportsAndFitness.com, Colorado's #1 resource for sports and fitness information.
GoMileHigh.com. Go Mile High.
What's more fun than a cowgirl with an hour of free time on her hands? They've got this fantastic athletic creature.
The Corral.
It was the 4th straight year that this 7-year-old Bay Gelding has carried a cowboy to the Guyman victory. They're treating this horse good, and he's trying to bug those cowboys off, and he's doing it with style, and they're winning. I'd just like to go pet that horse and tell him how cool I think he is.
The Corral with Kelly Brogan, weekday evenings 6 to 7 on Go Mile High. GoMileHigh.com.
How to deal with someone who says that's so gay. Turn it around. Did your mom cut the crust off your peanut butter and jelly sandwich? That is so gay.
Oh yeah? How would you like it if I said, that's so guy who makes fun of other people's sandwiches, mostly because he's secretly jealous of them, and who also has ketchup on his face?
Okay, geez. Sorry. Wait, do I seriously have ketchup on me? When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off. Learn more at thinkbeforeyouspeak.com. Brought to you by Glisten and the Ad Council.
This is the gold standard Michael Madoff. You're listening to the Rocky Mountain Mouth Michael Titus Show on GoMileHigh.com. Bank.
It's rolling on and on. Whoa. Let's not give today away. Whoa.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the Michael Titus Show right here on GoMileHigh.com. It's a beautiful sunny afternoon here in the Belmar area in Lakewood, Colorado. It's unbelievable because yesterday it was cold and snowy and it just was off and on all day, overcast, unbelievable weather, and then now today, but then again, that's what they say about Colorado. You just wait a few minutes, maybe even wait a day, and the weather will just change. And, hey, it's January. What can you expect? In the studio with me is my very special guest, Trajan Ender. And before the break, he was leading us through the stages of how he has evolved in this wrestling business. And he left off with how he was the unreal Joshua Michael.
Probably had some of my greatest early success as the unreal Joshua Michael in Asylum Championship Wrestling down in Colorado Springs, led by Brandon Bishop, ACW.
Which is now owned by me,
Which is now owned by the Michael Titus, of course. Finally, it's in the right direction after I am retired from the business.
It's unbelievable how the world turns.
Anyway, I got my first big break there, won a Battle Royal, become their heavyweight champion. It's a little ironic coming from a 187-pound guy, but I was the heavyweight champion. Kind of the underdog kind of deal, was kind of a neutral type tweener type character. Had some success. I don't feel like I really branched out. Mostly my own limitations, some booking limitations, but mostly my own. But had good success there. Ended up doing some tag team stuff with Epic.
You two were phenomenal. I enjoyed seeing you guys.
That was a good time. It was a lot of fun. Coming out in limos, nice cars, that was always fun. I mean, as a kid, you see that, and you're just like, it's kind of cool, but to actually be in the car is amazing.
Absolutely. I mean, you were a part of Quinn Industries at the time, and that was one of the owners at the time. I mean, ACW has seen so many owners, it's just unbelievable. But Quinn was running it. Jeremy Quinn III was running it, and so you had all the luxuries befitting a champion and
tag team champion,
and as a tag team champion. You know, you and Epic, you just dominated the tag team scene.
We really did. And we put some names on the map, too.
Yes, you did.
People like Eric Angel, Elias Castaneda, A. Felon, Mo Murda.
Yeah.
They got put on the map because of us. I like to take credit for that.
But it was me who really made them famous.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, I had to take them from those gutter rats, those ghetto fools, and turn them into distinguished gentlemen, and I made them into what they were today, and they are today, and they are still great. I mean, Elias, he's out there making a name for himself, down in the Southeast region now.
He's working on it.
And I know that Eric Angel, he's talked to me extensively about this, and he's planning on, he's making all the arrangements. He's heading there too.
He's going too.
Yep.
I talked to him. We had a conversation at training the other day about what he's going to do, where he's going to go. He's got a lot of options open to him. We were talking about how if he goes out there, he's going to be perceived as an X Division wrestler, as a smaller guy. So we've been working on his top rope maneuvers, and it's a work in process.
Yeah. He's one of the most bottom heavy guys you'll ever meet. That's the shortest, But I mean, he's talented in the ring if he just focuses. He's just got to focus and not get so distracted like he does, and worry about what's going on with everybody else. But yes, you guys had a great, phenomenal ride as the tag team champions, and then what happened after that?
What did happen after that? Oh, I got fired.
That's right.
I got fired by Jeremy Quinn.
Right. I forgot all about that. You see how time flies when you're having fun?
I think it was my first show at the City Auditorium.
That's right.
It was the second time they ran there. Was my first show there.
Yes, it was.
I came back, and that was about the time I did the Ring of Honor deal, and it was tight, and I was looking for a change, so I just so happened to get fired at the time, so I was able to come back under a new name, new character, new ideals, and I tried to be a babyface. I tried to,
which
do
is a tall order for you.
I tried to do things a little more for the people. Let's be honest. I was kind of a jerk as part of Quinn Industries, so I had to shape up a little bit, and I started getting people behind me again. Almost snatched the heavyweight championship belt back from Jesse Williams at Cage Wars. By that time, Brandon Bishop had wrestled control of the company back, and had already started abusing his power, as you might expect Brandon Bishop to do. And even though I pinned Jesse 1, 2, 3 and had my hand raised, he took my belt back. So from then on, ACW, my career kind of fizzled. I saw myself wallowing in the mid card a bit, and I made some great friends down in Colorado Springs. You're one of the great people that I've met since heading down to the Springs, and I'm going to miss a lot of you guys, especially, even if I don't miss going down to work all the time. The people that you meet along the way are really why you do this.
I have the most fun with him just outside of the wrestling ring. I tell you what, he and I, we've gone to special functions and events, and it's just wonderful. This guy, you can hang out with him any day of the week, any time of the day, and this man is the most entertaining, most exciting individual you can ever get around with.
Sober, too. You don't even need to liquor me
No,
up
absolutely not. No,
it helps.
That's what Miss Leisure's for.
That's right. Put a little pep in your step in the morning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then, and then it started as finally 2010 comes around. We've got all these new companies emerging. IWF starts to fade out by 2011. NEW shows up, and you just start making a name for yourself in these new companies. And then after all of that, who comes back out of nowhere after 3 years of retirement while you have been working your butt off in this area, making yourself a household name for all of the people coming to these shows, and doing what you can? You've got Lonnie Valdez returns, who's been spending the last 3 years luxuriating on a beach in Thailand, marrying every woman he can find, and then all of a sudden he just comes in and thinks that he's the greatest. And then the number that he did onto Jason Knoll at that Primos show, which I couldn't have been there. And like I explained to people, they're like, well, why did you just leave? Larry Nabisco called last week and says, why did you leave Jason Knoll high and dry in Primos? I said, I didn't leave him high and dry. He screwed me over. And he went over to Richie Boy Enterprises. I said, well, if he wants to do that, then I'm going to just take some time away. And then I find out that, oh, look at that. Under Richie Boy Enterprises, he allows Lonnie Valdez to come in, pull a screw job on him, and take the title from him. And then Lonnie Valdez is now the Primos champion.
I'll get to Lonnie in a minute. Jason Knoll, if he had just kept up his quality work, that's one of the most athletically gifted men in this state, ever in this business. If he was just working and he was not dealing about who his alliances were, he'd still have that title. I think he was distracted enough with that Lonnie, he's an opportunist.
He took advantage.
There's many people called ultimate opportunists in this day of age. Lonnie truly is. And he came in and he did exactly what he knew he could do. And he took advantage of a situation, and he's done that for the whole time I've known him. Lonnie Valdez, he's got this great fan base. He'll get them at every single show. They'll be cheering his name, cheering. They don't see what he's like backstage. They don't see him politicking to get in the main event slots. He don't get me wrong, he earns his spot when he's in those main event spots.